Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 16, Episode 4 of Tainted Grail. We are playing from the Red Death expansion. So last round, after being locked out of the Red Gate, we went to explore another way to find a way around the Dance Macabre. Right, so we try to go in the procession with the Dance Macabre through the Red Gate. We were gripped by a vision of ourself as the totemic, vampiric mummy bejeweled going through the Red Gate. The Red Gate smashes closed on us, so now we try to go under. Now we are in the caved-in sewers beneath the city. We're going to go to 480 and start exploring those caved-in sewers. We've got the Dance Macabre here. I believe we advance it each round so that it is now at 436. But we are going to go to 480 and the caved-in sewers. Okay, so caved-in sewers, it says, let's just check the back of the card. And we didn't look at it last time that well. So here's the caved-in sewers card. You see the caved-in sewers. And on the back, we can see, it looks like just the detritus of that foul location. Caved-in sewers, it says, the sewers of the lower city were narrow in their heyday. Now half collapsed and filled with heaps of rubbish, they are nigh impenetrable. If you are Nazir and don't have the lay of the land, part 4, go to verse 3. Otherwise, go to verse 1. This maze makes your head spin, but the more you stay here, the easier it should be to navigate. Roll a die, adding the number of parts of your canal rat status. Well, we don't have any canal rat status, so let's just roll a die. And we get a 5, so we're going to go to verse 8. If your miasma is low, miasma medium, high. If your miasma is high, go to verse 11. Verse 11, roll a die. Oh, jeez, again. 4, go to verse 14. You plow through the debris, knee-deep in sewage, trying to ignore the exhaustion in your thighs and stench. Then you see a pair of broken glasses and sodden parchment overgrown with moss and mold, as if some magical workshop or alchemist laboratory dumped its waste through the hole. Many strange herbs grow out of the pile. You harvest them and move on. Gain 1 part of the canal rat status. Okay, canal rat status now. We've got 1 part of canal rat. Canal rat status. Okay. And survivalist part 2 status. Survivalist part 2. Survivalist part 2 and survivalist part 2. Oh, that was the wrong one. Wayfarer's Leave. Gain the Wayfarer's Leave item and the Healing Extract. Exploration. Okay, so now we can go on. Let's go back. We go to verse 11. We got to roll another die. Okay, this time we go to 15. It says, if you have Survivalist Part 2 status, yes. Go to verse 21. Otherwise, read on. You turn to a low tunnel through the clear water flows. It doesn't smell of anything. The stone surface is clear now. You lay down the crystallized current, allowing to purge the dirt from your clothes and hair and drink. We go to verse 21. It says, sadly, the waters have gone bad again since your first visit. Gain 1 part of canal rat status and go again. So we get another canal rat. Canal rat and canal rat. Okay, and now let's go back again to verse 11. We have to keep we're going through these mazes to find the lay of the land here. If we go back to the very beginning, verse 1, we can go to verse 4. If you don't have secret card 117. Do we have secret card 117? If we don't have secret card 117, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We don't have it. Go to verse 7. Okay. At first, this underground smelly labyrinth was playing with your mind, but now it feels quite familiar. You could use it as a shortcut between places at the lower district, and maybe you could travel under the wall itself and get close to the upper district itself. So this is sort of like the Forbidden City type of deal. We gain the Canal Rat status. You know, it's a large courtyard with a red palace, and we can't get through the red gate, but there's an upper chamber, right? And we're going to go to the upper keep of this, or sort of like the Sarate, maybe. We get this 117. Gain secret card 117. It's called the Canal Rat. Enter the sewers through this location. Yeah, so we have it already. Yeah, it just tells us what we already have done. Okay, so Canal Rat, each character gains 1 experience, so we can gain back an experience. We spent off a bunch of our experience already from the last rounds, so I'll just give these here. Okay, and then go to verse 4. If you don't have secret card 17, otherwise read on. You know the sewers well enough to find exits. Move to the sewers under the upper district. Use the sewers as a shortcut to different locations. Okay, so we have to, let's move to the sewers under the upper district, because that other one's for chapters 4.7. Okay, so some of the old tall canals seem to extend westward past the wall and the red gate. Go to verse 2. If you have Lay of the Land Part 5 status, Lay of the Land. No, we don't have any of those. Lay of the Land. Go to verse 5. Otherwise, read on. It's hard to shake off your excitement as you locate a wider sewer that seems to lead under the giant wall and the red gate. Wow. Unfortunately, something huge blocks your challenge. Oh. Resolve the miasmic slug gray encounter. The miasmic slug. Wow, that is frightening. The miasmic slug gray encounter. So let's go ahead and plow through that one. I believe we can do the battle cry, the shoulder slam, and defend and entangled trap. Those are going to gain us secret card 157. Secret card 157. The bloated tongue. We also can add in, so that's going to add in 20, that's going to be 15 for that. And then 15, we lose or gain 5 more of these. So we can gain 5 more. And that is going to make it, that's going to break it over the top. So we're going to take the miasmic slug out of the game. And as a result, if you win, gain the Lay of the Land Part 5. So Lay of the Land Part 5, we finally have Lay of the Land Part 5 after encounter. Great. Lay of the Land Part 5. And 1 part of Canal Rat status. So now we have 4 parts of Canal Rat status. We've got 4 Canal Rat. So we are Canal Rats now. We go back to verse 1. And verse 1 says, this maze makes your head spin. Roll a die and add the number of Canal Rat status now. So 5. We go back to verse 8. And we go to verse 11. We're going to roll the die. Again, 1 more roll of the die. And we're going to go to verse 23. Okay, You trip over a rock and fall into the dirty water. You struggle to emerge, and finally you manage to lift your head above the surface. You freeze in amazement. You're on a shore where the sand shimmers in the sun, waves crash around rocks, water sings in your ears. A woman clad in sealskin rises up from the water and approaches you. King Arthur needs you. Follow me, I'll show you the way. You are dumbfounded, and you follow her to the sea, where she grabs you by the neck. When you wake up, you are in the sewers again, soaked to the bone. Exploration ends. Okay, so I think we're going to end it at that. We do have Canal Rat status. We're going to take it up again when we come back in the next round. We'll see you in the next gameplay. Thank you guys for watching. Check out our bookstore. Check out our Patreon. Go look at our paint through videos for Tainted Grail, A Song of Ice and Fire, and our upcoming Cthulhu Death May Die gameplay. And we'll talk to you in the next round. Bye-bye.